Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my wonderful and juicy and delicious little subscribers out there. And how I love you all so, and I hope that you're all super duper well, super duper wonderful and super duper delicious, and that life is treating you oh so deliciously wherever you are. So 3, 2, 1, beam me up my juicy little lads. Thank you, little lads, you delicious brat, my word. Clear seeing outside. In the still of the night. Yes, all is very still at the moment, my delicious little babies. It's after 11 p.m. In my neck of the woods in the old UK. It may differ in, well, it's not going to differ in any other part. I don't know why I say that from time to time. Well, mind you, it could differ. Do you know what I mean, my delicious little babies? Anyway, very cold, very frosty, you know, a lot of white everywhere. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? Anyway, so I said I was going to come back again. Okay, my delicious babies, you know. Now then, what have we got for you, my delicious babies? I hope that you're all super duper well. Oh, God bless you. Okay, I love you all. Okay, anybody who happens to stumble across my channel, because let's face it, not many do. Okay, well, you know, could be many reasons, couldn't there? But there could also be a main reason. Okay, my delicious little babies, yes? Anyway, so I'd like you to take a look at this, please, my delicious little babies, yes? This is on BitChute, my delicious little babies, search engine of your choice, BitChute. This uploader happens to have 2,639 subscribers, my delicious babies, so 2639. I have mentioned these many times before, so I'm going to mention them again. This is the uploader, my delicious babies, so all you'd have to type into any search engine is Mr. K for kitten, F for Freddy, KF, never give up, BitChute. Okay, my delicious babies, I mean, you could put KF hyphen, K.F hyphen, never give up. Okay, BitChute, my delicious babies. Now, the video should read, it's only, 8 minutes, 55 seconds. I've just watched it, my delicious babies. It should read, Ireland, that's very sinister, to be honest. Yes, my delicious babies. Ireland, repeat again, that's very sinister, to be honest. Yes, because what your man there's saying, okay, and especially with the immigrants, I'm going to close my book, especially with the immigrants who are coming in and everything else, and I was already done saying, was it earlier on my video, that I watched another video on YouTube. It was 1 minute 13 seconds, so please do forgive me. I got it slightly wrong because I said sort of 31 then 13 minutes. I meant 1 minute 13 seconds, so please do forgive me for that. I'm very sorry, my apologies. And they're already done saying it. It's like they have to use migrants, you know, or illegal immigrants, okay? This is how they're rocking and rolling. But what your man there's saying is that everybody could come together because he's from Ireland, he's Irish, okay? God bless his beautiful dear little heart, yes? Everybody could come together, yes? And there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong with our noddles, talk about things. But it appears that certain, okay, and putrid little lackeys are not wanting that. So what he's saying is that when all the talking's done, yes. So, I mean, I'm not inciting anything. I'm just merely giving out information, my delicious little babies. But this is how it's, there we are. This is how it's going. This is how it's driving. Do you see what I mean? Because if in our own countries we cannot talk about things, my delicious babies, well, what is this talking about? The state of affairs in the world. This is globally, my delicious little babies, globally. Okay, now then, I need to change subject, so please and thank you. It's only a short video. But please, I beg you with the Lord of mercy, please listen to what your man there's saying now. Because at the end of the day, he's done saying it. You see, everybody could sit and talk just like in any other country. But you see, the putrid politicians, like what I said earlier, and like what I've been done saying over the months, stop feeling sorry for these pieces of shit. Because that's what they are. Oh, look at this. I'm an alien. What? In New York. Do you know what I mean? My delicious little babies. Yes, look at that, the way it is. I'll leave it like that, actually. The fact of the matter is, too much blue in my opinion. Anyway, my delicious little babies, if you was to listen to your man there we are, he's right in what he's saying. If everybody could come together and just talk, it would solve every single problem. But they won't, will they? Because they do not want that. Because they want conflicts. They want all this immigration, migration, whatever else. They want everything. Do you see what I mean? But I keep going back to the same old thing, time and time again. By the way, black pen today. My delicious little baby's 19th of January 2024. Now, tomorrow, I'm not going to be doing any videos, so this will be my last one for this evening, unless, YouTube decides, well, please do, bring it on, dear YouTube, do you know what I mean? I keep saying that. Just bring it on, bring it on, bring it on. Do you know what I mean? Do us all a favour, okay? The thing is I will not be doing a video tomorrow because it happens to be the anniversary, very sadly, of my beautiful... How I love you so, my beautiful dear little Nana and Grandad. My beautiful dear little Nana's anniversary of her passing. Okay? My delicious little baby, so I will not be doing any videos tomorrow. Okay? No, I won't. Okay? I'd rather choose to do, there we are, something else with my day. I'll find, there we are, many other things to do, there we are, with my day, okay? But tomorrow is not going to be a day that I want to spend on the camera. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the year before, but not this year. Okay, I always find, something else, always, anybody who I have lost in my life, I've always, dear God, Jesus Christ in Nazareth, and thank you. How I love you, sir, for that. That I always keep them to my heart, always, all the time, okay? But tomorrow, no. I do not feel the need to do any videos. I do not feel the need to do any readings. No. I feel that tomorrow I want to make it my day and my beautiful... How I love her so, my beautiful, delicious, dear little Nana's day, and my beautiful and delicious, dear little Grandad and great Nana and, Mama Bear, everybody's day, auntie, everybody, aunties and everything. I want to make it our day. Do you know what I mean? Where we do something lovely, beautiful, something humble, you know what I mean? Not... go out and have a fancy meal, like someone, because everybody's different, God bless them. Some like to go and have a meal, some like to maybe go to a cemetery, some like to maybe go to a place, where God bless everybody, for whatever anybody wants to do. But for me, I've got my beautiful dear little Nana's ashes. They're only about that big, because I asked for so many, because the rest were to be scattered with my beautiful dear little Granddad's ashes, so they were together, okay? But I asked for so many. So, God bless my beautiful dear little Nanas with me, always, in my home. Do you see what I mean, my delicious baby? So, yeah. Anyway, two other things I want to say to you now, my delicious babies, before I leave the old camera, okay? So, I'll start by saying about somebody last week. So somebody came to me for healing, my delicious baby, so then I'm going to end it, okay? It's only a quickie this evening, not in that way. Came to me for a healing, anyway, and this dear gentleman, God bless his beautiful dear little soul, broad Irish as it so happened, came to me for a healing. Now, he was having a problem with his heart, Martin Licious Baby's problem with his heart, okay? And he also felt that he had diabetes. Now, I don't know about yourselves out there, Martin Licious Babies, okay? But it's like you can go and get what you call like a prick test. So you prick it, your finger, and then it tells you what levels your blood sugar's at and everything, okay? Anyway, he spent all over Crimber, the so-called Crimber, and he went back to Ireland, okay, to his beautiful and delicious dear little family, which he felt so thankful and grateful for. I had the most beautiful conversation, not in that way, the most beautiful conversation with this dear gentleman. Now, I really did, there we are, I really did, you know, broad Irish, okay? And he said that all over the Crimber, you know, the Crimber that they say, right? And he said he had a beautiful time with his beautiful little family. But at the same time, he says, you know what it's like? He says, you know what it's like? He said, when you go to Ireland, he said, you know, you're going to have a few drinks. And he said, but he was watching what he was drinking, he was watching what he was eating, because he was really panicking about his heart and about this diabetes business. Anyway, so he had his holiday, came back, over the, you know, the fake Crimber and that, came back, and he did his blood sugar. And the blood sugar had said that it was low. It was low. So anyway, so he was really super duper happy about that, Martin Licious Babies. Oh, God bless his beautiful dear little soul. Like I said, not in that way, okay? Works hard, God love him, works hard, okay? Anyway, but he was explaining to me that he went to his friendly quack, okay, Martin Licious Babies, you know, what do they call them? Doctors. Is that what they call them these days? Doctors, nurses. Is that what they call them? I'd call them I'd call them killing machines. Oh, I nearly forgot myself then, Martin Licious Babies. I'd call them killing machines myself. Anyway, and so he went to the doctor. He explained about his heart problem. He was worried about his heart, and he was worried about that he thought he had diabetes. Okay? Guess what the doctor said, Martin Licious Babies, to him? You know, honestly, you're not going to believe this. Mind you, for some you probably will actually, Martin Licious Babies. He said, it's the way the dear gentleman said it, do you right? Oh, I will not swear, okay, so you've got to read it. And he went, he was nothing but a fat heifer. I won't say the other word, right? Anyway, he said, how he could even be a doctor? He said, I don't know. Do you see what I mean? Right? But getting back to being serious. No, but he did. I said, I'm not laughing at it. I said, you know, it's the way you, and he said, I know. Do you know me? I know, Carly. Oh. So this doctor, in turn, when we go back to a serious part of all of this now, very serious, okay, said, well, I haven't got a crystal ball. So what do you expect me to do? That was the doctor's answer. Martin Licious Babies, when this dear gentleman was worried about his heart and thinking that he had diabetes, Martin Licious Babies, and that's in our UK. Okay, so just sort of mention that to you, Martin Licious Babies, okay? This poor gentleman was beside himself, so I did his healing. I did all his healing. I even did the Japanese way of doing it. Okay, just to get the energy flowing, you know, through the body. And then what I do, I flow it through and then open the window, out goes the negative energy, okay? I even got a message then, you know, what was it, about 15 minutes later, about this dear gentleman. God love him. God bless his beautiful dear little heart. I can see him now. God bless him, okay? He said, thank you. He said, thank you, motorbikes again. He said, thank you so much, Carla. He said, you know, that's the message. He said, I feel really happy now. I feel really calm and peaceful. Look at that, Martin Licious Babies, do you see? See, I can only do so much, you know, as a healer. Do you see what I'm saying to you? Yes, I cannot cover other, shall we say, there's certain areas that I cannot cover. But my beautiful dear little angels, it's like they use me as a vessel to help others. There we are. Do you see what I mean, my delicious little babies? Yes, okay. So then I can deliver that healing. But wasn't that really lovely? But getting back to the point, the whole point of it, my delicious little babies, since when can a doctor turn around and say that now then? And he's got what? So he could be me and Mrs. Jones, but if he's got doctor before it, DR, oh, he can say what the effing hell he likes. Do you see what I mean, Martin? The stick babies, he can F off nicely. Well, I heard somebody sticks a fork in him, and this is nothing against anybody who's a little bit overweight. I mean, you know, I've got a bit of the middle-aged spread, Martin babies, just like I said to you, but it seems to all go in certain places, do you know what I mean? Anyway, but I heard somebody sticks an effing fork in him, right, and effing deflates him, and he goes all around the room. Sorry, Martinish babies. I'll just have a moment. Anyway, let's fast forward to this evening, Martinish babies, because I would have done my video earlier, but then I had another healing come in. Right, okay then. This is more of a serious, even more serious case, okay? Anyway, just to let you know, the dear gentleman, you know, who I just mentioned, okay? I give him lots of information of what to take and how to help him. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, and as you all very well know, who's, you know, been subscribed to me or listened to my voice for all this time, my delicious babies, and thank you, how I love you, sir. You'll know that I do never want to be a doctor or a nurse, because they are, there we are, killing machines what you're dealing with now, okay? These are not, anyway, I've been dealing with them a long time, for decades, okay, my delicious babies, I just want to point that out. But I give all the information, and God bless him, you know, and that's all I could do, delete the number, job done. Do you understand what I mean? Just give him all the guidance, what to do, that's all I could do to help him. Do you see? Anyway, he said he'll come back, oh, God bless him. Fast forward this evening, so I got another call. Anyway, I said, okay. So came to see me, and well, this was a butcher, my delicious little babies, and the other one was a trucker. Actually, he was doing something with trucks. Anyway, this one was butcher. My delicious babies, he's a butcher, sorry. Okay, the other one is a trucker. Okay? And so I'll usually do the healing, you know, on their shoulders, my delicious little babies. Usually I'll put a blanket over, do you understand what I mean? Because sometimes it can get a little bit chilly for them, but for me, it's hot. You know, when I've got my beautiful dear little angels, they come in, you know, which is usually my beautiful and delicious dear little Archangel Michael and my beautiful and delicious dear little Archangel Gabriel. They're my main two. They've been with me. God bless the beautiful dear little souls. Hallelujah. So, you know I do anyway. Okay? For decades. Okay? My delicious babies anyway. So I did the healing. And then I couldn't help but, you know, like, with the lower feet, because sometimes I do the healing with feet and everything, and I noticed that you know, the lower calf, you know, you got a left and a right calf, you know, your feet, you know, because you got your feet, then you got your legs, your lower calves, and you got your thighs, and you got your, okay. And I couldn't help but notice, and oh, here's an ambulance, my delicious babies, where's it going? Going up the road, my delicious babies, no lights on. So they left the lights off, haven't they? They used to go, Nina, but now they creep up, you know, just like a snake. They're slithery. Do you know what I mean, my delicious babies? I've just seen it. Okay, my delicious babies, oh, that's a good piece of news. Anyway, but God bless, I hope whoever it is, God love him, I hope they're all right, okay? Seems to all be happening on our road, my delicious little babies. There's something about, there we are, there's something about this road. Somebody said the other day. Anyway, get back to this now. So I felt the one lower calf, and I thought, well, you could, you know, like where you can push your finger, like I could push my finger into my skin now and it'll bounce back. But the other leg, flipping rock solid. So I said, I hope you don't mind. I said, could I just lift up your trouser just that tiny bit? So he said, yes. So I said, because your leg's solid, it's solid. It's like you could have got a pen, God bless, and bing, off it. And I took a look at the leg, the lower part, and I said, oh dearie me. I said, this is bad. I mean, you've got a lump here, then you've got a lump there, oh. And then the foot was going black and the leg was going black. I said, have you been to see anybody about this? Have you been to anybody, you know, your friendly quacker? He said, I went to my doctor. He said, the doctor said he had a blood clot just before, it was just before the pandemic. So that was 2019. Okay, my delicious babies, just before, okay? Because I asked him, you know, when it was. He said, it was just before the COVID, right? I thought, do you see what I mean? I kept going on about 2017. And the more and more that I've heard other different videos, the more and more, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, I was proved effing right. Do you see what I mean, my delicious baby? Oh, yes, I was. Okay, there was something going on there because my chest was in a terrible way that I've never ever had in the whole of my life, and it was lethal. So whatever had been dropped or whatever had happened, it caught me, okay? And I mentioned this, nearly 2 years ago on my videos. There we are, okay, my delicious babies, okay? So that was interesting. Excuse me, what he said, okay? So I looked at his leg and I thought, what can I do? So I did with the feet. I did, with the shoulders at first and then with the feet. And because usually I may have did a chakra or around the head. Do you know what I mean? Yes. But I thought, oh gosh. I thought this is something that needed cupping. Okay, it's cupping. I mentioned it before on my videos, Madish, but it's cupping. So what they do, it's like they massage it, okay? And then what they then do, okay, they get like a glass, okay, or a cup, you know, it's called cupping. And then they pierce a tiny, tiny, tiny hole. It's so tiny, you wouldn't be able to see it's pinhead. And then they draw out the blood, okay? So they draw out what's, let's just say the impurities, okay, my delicious baby, see me? So I says, well, you're clearly not getting any, anyway, he was happy with my help. I said, come with me. I said, come with me into my kitchen. That's what I said. So when he'd had his healing, I said, come with me now, come with me. So I cut up 3 grapefruit. I did, my delicious babies. This is what I do say, okay? When anybody comes to me for a healing, I say, would you like a honey lemon ginger? Would you like a juice? Would you like a water? Because I've got bottles of water, you know, little bottles of water in my room. I say, would you like a cup of tea? Would you like a cup of coffee? I always ask, all the time. Do you know what I mean? I even say, would you like some fruit? And sometimes I say, would you like some cookies or biscuits? Or, you know, because I always keep them in case somebody, do you understand what I mean, pops through the door now then? Do you see what I mean? So I've always got something in. Do you see? So I said, come with me now. So I did that. I said, right, I squeezed the 2.5 grapefruit. I showed you everything what I was doing. He said, you know what? He said, I've got one of those under me, in his cupboard. He said, you know, in his cupboard. He said, I've got one of those. I said, good. I said, now's the time to start using it. So 2.5 grapefruit, and then the other part, showed him what to do. When you cut a grapefruit into half, yes, if you want to get the whole skin off, you do a slit, and then you peel straight the way around. It takes the whole of the grapefruit skin off. But the most important part, the juice, the red part is important, but the most important part is the white part to chew. So I said to him, right, so we did this, but on this occasion, I'd flipping done a slit, and I said, flip me, I said, it normally comes off in one. I said, but I think that's because I was rushing, you know what I mean? So anyway, so I did that. I said, go on. I said, you eat that half. I said, while I'm squeezing. So I squeezed 2.5 grapefruit, 1 orange, so I cut it in half, that went in. Then 1 lemon, that went in. But prior to all of this, a squirt of ginger. I thought, just get hold of something quick because I've got frozen ginger and everything. Yes, okay. So, I've got the frozen ginger, the ginger, which is the proper Indian ginger, yes. Then I've got the frozen ginger, which I cut up myself. You buy it fresh and you cut it up and freeze. And then I've got the squirted ginger, which you should be able to get in most supermarkets, I should imagine, okay. Squirted that in first. Then when I'd done all the juices, okay, the grapefruit, the orange, the lemon, I just, get a spoon and then just go around the top bit, where you squeeze, just go around it just to get the juice out, yes. Remove that, give it a stir, pour it into the glass, give it all one big stir and knock it back. So he knocked it back in 2. And you know what he said to me, my delicious babies? He said, that was really lovely. He said, you would have thought, he said that it would have been sour. He says, with the ginger, with the, with the lemon. He said, but it wasn't. I said, no. I said, because you had the orange, the squeezed orange in it as well. So you can mix everything in. He said, okay. He said, how many times a week do I have to take it? I said, twice a week. Because with him being a butcher, my delicious babies, he was a bigger built gentleman, shall we say, okay? So he was not only tall, but he was big built, okay? So I said to him, I said, please, dear God, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, I'm so sorry to have to say, I said, but please do not take me the wrong way. I said, but we all carry water. I said, I carry water. I said, look at me, I carry water. I said, our body's 70% water. I said, but we have to sort of reduce that water in some way. Do you say? So I said to him, I said, so please, I beg you with the Lord of mercy, please do not take me the wrong way. I says, but with your frame, I said, he said, well, how many times a week? I said, twice a week. I said, all you need is 6 grapefruit, 2 oranges, 2 lemons, and to make it easier for him, and a squirt of ginger. That's all you need. He said, just like a teaspoon of ginger. I said, that's right. I said, that's all you need. I said, you do that twice a week. I said, the way that I've just shown you, because he's a butcher, so, I said, this is really good. I was showing him, I said, it's really good for your wrists, when you're doing the squeezing. And he said, well, I get enough of that being a butcher. And I went, well, yeah. Do you say? My delicious little babies, yes. I actually mentioned, I'll talk about that in a minute. So I said to him, I said, if you could just do that twice a week. I said, at the beginning, I said, you'll find that you may be going to the toilet. Because he'd had it later, that juice, I said, you may find, instead of maybe getting up in and out once, I said, you may find yourself getting up 2 or 3 times. I said, but that's natural, that's normal. I said, because it's the juice that's hitting your system, you see. I said, but, I said, as you get used to it, I said, then, I said, you'll find that, you'll know. I said, but you'll then start to see here sort of reducing. Okay, my delicious little babies, so that is what I said, but I never once wanted to hurt, offend or upset him, not in any way. I never meant it that way, okay? I was trying to help him. So furthermore what I did, my delicious babies, and I do not expect to get a Blue Peter badge for that, okay, or a brownie point, okay? I said, listen now, I said, your leg is in a bad way. If it's left much longer, I reckon that the old flipping, your friendly quacks and doctors are leaving that to Gagami, so he's got no leg. That's what I reckon they do, okay? So I said that to him. I didn't want to hurt, offend or upset him in any way. I was just done telling him. I said, this is not a good sign. I said, and also, do you eat, because you have to be careful because if you get like gout, okay, if you go back in decades, it's like due to like rich living. So if you're having too much of something, so I said to him, I said, look, you're all right having so much of something and so much of something else, but when you're having too much of, do you say? I said, well, it's not a very good sign. So anyway, so I said, you need to have the cupping. So what I did, I said, look, I'll let you go now. Anyway, he was super duper happy. He said, I'll come back to you, Carla. I said, oh, God bless you. I said, thank you. I said, you don't have to. He said, no. He said, I will. He says, you've been so kind to me. I said, that's all right. I said, not a problem. Do you see? I was just trying to help him. I said, would you like some fruit or anything? Do you see what I mean? Yes, okay. I'm only trying to help. Like I do with anybody. There we are. That's all I try to do is flipping help. Do you know what I mean? Okay? I said, what I'm going to do, I said, I'll keep your number. I said, I'm going to find somebody who does cupping. Okay? There is somebody, but somebody else who told me will not tell me the number. And the reason why is because who it is does not want anyone to know the number. It's really difficult, my delicious babies, but they're charging 30 quid, okay? That's a good price. Very good. There we are. Very good price. I mean, my healing now has gone up to, went from, what I said, has gone up a bit more. Do you understand what I mean, my delicious babies? Yes, okay? So 30 quid for that, a cupping, I felt was really good. But the thing is, I cannot get the number of who it is because somebody else won't let me know because apparently they're not allowed. Because I'm going to tell you the truth now, my delicious babies. You know when the old jibby jabs were coming out? Yes. And you had a lot of professionals. Okay, my delicious babies. I found this out, by the way, my delicious babies. You know what? Ding, ding, dong, dong. Like I said, that's not pointing. That's rude, my delicious babies. Steve, forgive me. I found many things out, do you see? And when a lot of the professionals, apparently, were jibby-jabbed, okay? They went straight to your man there and got a cupping to get the bad blood out. Do you see what I mean, my delicious babies, okay? And I found that out long time, months ago. Okay, my delicious babies, but I just never said it, okay? Getting back to this now. So I never had to. It was my choice. Clear scene. So it's my choice, my delicious babies, okay? So I thought, right, I've got to start looking on my dog and burn now. Do you see what I mean? Trying to find somebody who does cupping. Anyway, managed to find somebody. Okay, I'm not going to say where it is. My delicious little babies. Anyway, so dialed the mobile number, okay? I know exactly where this road is. I know exactly where it is, okay? And seems to be somewhere else anyway. And so I just left it. Do you understand what I mean? And then in the meantime, I was looking at another number and I thought, oh, right, okay. I know that place as well. Okay, Maddish babies, yeah. And then I got a call. So who called me was the one who'd you know, I'd originally, on the Merbel, the old Merbel. So he said, oh, you know, I said, do forgive me. I said, because he called me, then I missed his call and called him back. And then he said, well, you know, I'd had a missed call. So I said, oh, God bless you. I said, so what's your name? He told me his name, okay? So I said, so how do you operate then now? Because, you know, to be fair, I do know about this, right? The only thing is, like I said, if I knew how to exactly do it, I would do it myself, but I do not. So I'm not going to go down that road. It's not my field, okay? It's not to say that I may not try it in the future. I'm just saying that for now, I stick to what I'm doing. Do you understand? There we are. Do you know what I mean, Madlish babies? So he said to me, he turned around to me and said, well, I said, so what's your price? I said, so because I need to get back to a dear little client of mine, you know, to message back. I said, because he's got a really bad problem with his leg. I said, this is really bad, right? Really bad, right? So he said, okay. He said, well, we need to ask a number of questions. I said, yes. I said, I get where you're coming from. Do you see to me? See, with me, well, somebody's thinking about me, herp, it's juicy and delish. I always say that, don't I, my delish babies anyway? So I said, look, I just want to get to the point where, that's what I said to your man there. I said, I just want to get to the point where he's a Muslim man, yes? It doesn't matter, anyway, what flipping colour he is. That's all irrelevant. But what I'm saying is, who deals with different, there we are, issues, okay? In Brummyland. That's what I'm talking about now, delicious babies, okay? Because I know some who deal with the, to do with tarot, to do with, or getting spiritual demons off. Usually that's the African side of it. You see, I know what I'm talking about. There we are. That's all I can say to you, my delicious babies. I know what I know, okay? So I know who to go to and who, do you understand what I mean? What's what, okay? Or who to direct, rather, okay? Not for myself, I don't need it. I can be done doing it myself, okay? But not others can, very sadly, okay? So I said, look, I said, you cannot come out now, I said, with one price. I said, then when somebody turns around and tells you something else now, I said, then you come out with a different price now then. I said, so please, I'm asking you very nicely, just be done telling me what is the price, please and thank you. I said, because I need to let my dear little client know and send a message. So he said, okay. He said, if you want the cupping done, that's where they massage it, okay? They can do a massage and then they massage it and then they put the cup, they pin it, then out, right? He said, that's 45 quid. I thought, okay. I thought I'd heard, like I said to you previous, that, you know, you could get it for done 30. Anyway, we're just not going to, unless I can get hold of that one then, do you know what I mean? I could send, there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, many his way. He'd get plenty of work. Do you get what I mean? Okay? But not to be, is it? Very sadly. Well, yeah, there is some herb. Anyway, so then your man there turned around and said, he said, but if they want a full detox, he said, which means behind the lungs, behind everything, so you're talking a proper detox, everybody maddish babies, well, that's 60 quid. I went, bing, bing. I went, pardon? He said, 60 quid. I said, 60 quid for that? I said, that's flipping damn good, you know. That is good. I would have said I got 40 in my head. So he's probably charging 20 quid extra. I just got 40. He's probably charging 20 because I know the road that it is. I know exactly where it is, okay? So they can charge more. Ka-ching. I know what's going on here. I know how it's rocking and rolling, do you see? So anyway, he said to me, I said, okay. So he said, well, he's with the diabetes, because, you know, he explained, you know, that he does have diabetes, my dear client. he said, well, does he have one or two? Anyway, but I had to get back then, and speak to my dear little client to then get back to your other man there, okay? So I said, well, he has number 2. And then I said, because he'd asked me, well, how old is he? And I said, well, I said, because I do not ask him when I'm doing the healing. I said, I reckon he's 45, 50. When I asked my dear client, he said 50. I thought, okay, well, I've got that pretty right. Do you understand what I mean? So anyway, so I went back to your other man there now and then, okay? And I said, okay. I said, well, he's 50, he's, 2 on diabetes. I said, but he was told he had blood clot. I said, but his leg's in a real bad way. So me personally, you see, if you're going to do cupping, like I said, this is not my field, right? But common sense, ding, ding, dong, dong, would have told me, okay? That's just me, okay? Like I said, I'm no doctor, anyway, doctors and nurses wouldn't know how to do this that way, do you know what I mean? To draw things out the normal way. They like to, stick things in rather than flipping take things out. Oh, and when they do take it out, they usually inject it into somebody else, okay, which infects them. Anyway, my delicious babies, so the point is, I would have gone to the, like the root source of the problem. My delicious babies from here to here. And I would have, from there to there, so to me, you would have had to have massaged that. This is how I'm with my nozzle, you would have had to massage that part. That's what I would have thought, okay? Give it a real good massage, yes, okay? Then stick the pin and then suck it out that way. Not go from here. That would have been my ding, ding, dong, dong thoughts. Because you have to go to, there we are, the heart of the problem, which is there. Do you see what I mean? But it's solid, it's absolutely solid, and it's purple and black. I mean, just when I touched it, I thought it's like touching a flipping, what can I think of? It's like touching, I'm not going to say a brick. Wasn't as bad as that. I would have said, like my pack of cards, okay, like a rather thought, with, heavy cardboard, and you just can't, it was like that. So I spoke to your man there now who does cupping and everything, right? So then I sent a message to the other one, say, okay, well, if you want the cupping, it's 45. But if you want the total detox, which is behind the lungs, everything, for 60 quid. I suppose if you had birth done, well, common sense, ding, ding, dong, dong, 40 and 60 is 100, and then plus 5 is 105. Me personally, I would have, there we are, the lot done. I would have done. Yeah, it probably would have felt, because anything like that is, especially when it's with your whole body, it's like a shake up, if you know what I mean, okay? So it's not like having an MOT where they're just checking things, they're actually doing, there we are, things, do you see what I mean? So, and it's not the same as, like when you go, to your friendly, there we are, quacks, do you know what I mean? But his doctor has clearly told him that there's nothing they can do. What I have done my best to do this evening, my babies, is help that dear gentleman, there we are. So that he does not, very sadly, God bless him, end up having his, there we are, God love him, having his leg, there we are, amputated, because that's how it was looking to me. It was covering the whole of and it was solid, and then there were like 2 lumps, one there, and then one there, and then I was feeling it, I was, oh gosh. Thought, how on earth is he even walking on that leg? I just do. I said, do you feel anything when you're walking on your leg? Do you feel any pain? He said, No, I thought, how can you not feel? But I suppose he's right. Because if the blood circulation is cutting off, you're not going to feel it. So when you're walking, you're not going to feel it, are you? There we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, common sense, really. So if you look at it, God love him, it's like having a dead lower leg. So anyway, so he's going to be, fast forward, so he's going to be calling this your man there tomorrow to do with the cupping, to do with all of the detox, okay? And then your man there who does that, he said, because he'd never heard of what I do, like qualified angelic healer, he'd never heard of that. But serve a lot of others. Oh, the ambulance is coming out, my delicious babies. It's from the road over there. Yeah, so it's coming out. Very silent. All the lights are out, my delicious babies. Every light's out on the ambulance. There's no lights, usually when you see all the little lights. Completely in the still of the night. I wonder who they've gone to. Oh, God bless her, hope everything's all right. I'm immersed in that little road, so I'll find out. Let me just see, because they're just coming out now. Yeah. All the lights are out on the ambulance, my delicious babies. There's no lights on. I don't think they're coming down this way. What they tend to do, they could go down this way, which is very easy. Or they might still be doing it, because you just go out the road. But some of them, for some unknown reason, my delicious babies, I don't know what's going on with their noddles, but they go the long way around. Do you know what I mean? Using up more petrol or diesel, I should imagine. Hang on. Oh, I don't know. We'll see in a minute, my delicious babies. Anyway, God bless whoever it is, okay? God bless whoever it is. Bless them. Anyway, but it all happens on our my delicious babies. Anyway, getting back to this. So the point is that your man there said to me, he says, well, because he never knew what a qualified angelic healer does. So I said, I use my beautiful dear little angels, okay? They've gone the other way. So I told you they always go the long way. They don't use a common sense ding, ding, dong, dong and just go the other way, do you know what I mean? Which is very quicker, do you know what I mean? And then when they come to the end of the road, Nina, 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 that's what they do. But I've never seen it before like that, where every single light's out on an ambulance. Gives you something to think about, my delicious babies. Food for thought, okay? About there we are, ding, ding, dong, dong, there we are, what's really going on. Anyway, see a man there, the one who told me, then I've got to come off, because I shouldn't have even been on this long. Turned around and said, once, I explained, he said, oh, yes, he said, I know now, he says, what you're saying to me, and I said, look, my beautiful dear little angels, I said, use me as a vessel to help others, there we are, I said, that's what they do. I said, and my beautiful, wonderful, dear little Archangel Michael, dear, wonderful, beautiful little Archangel Gabriel, God bless them both, they know their love from me anyway, I said, they help me all the time. Do you say? But I also said, so whatever it said in, I said, you only have to go onto YouTube and look at the archive. I said, and then you'll find out the truth. I was done telling him then. Do you see what I mean? In case anything was said about my beautiful dear little Archangel Michael. Do you see what I mean? Do you follow me? My delicious babies. Anyway, and he said, no. He said, I believe in the angels. But he's been getting a lot of calls. And just to let you know, my delicious babies, that this one who I'd contacted, who got back to me, happens to have over 20,000 clients. My delicious little babies, who he does the cupping and does all this for, okay? I'm sure he's got other staff who help him, yes? Over 20,000, okay? And he said, but he gets a lot of calls to do with ones who are having spiritual attacks and everything. And he said it's good to know that do you see? And he said, I've got your number, And I said, well, yes. I said, I can deal with it, There we are, I have dealt with that. Do you understand what I mean? It is a process, but you can do it in a space of, say, an hour, I would say an hour and a half, and just get rid of it. But then the other problem is what's in the herm. So you can get it off whoever it is, you can get the problem off them, but if they go home and the problem's there, well, then you're stuck with it, so then they've got it back again. Do you see what I mean? That's why somebody needs to go and cleanse the herms. That's how it works. Do you see? And I've cleansed herms. It's not my normal field, but I have gone out, and whenever I've gone out, there we are, it's been an excellent, there we are, God bless. It's been an excellent ending, but you got others that are, I'm not going to say about everybody, but you got others who are so-called supposed to be cleansing herms, and all that they seem to be doing is charging extortionate amounts of ka-ching. Whenever I've gone out, my delicious little babies, I've not charged a penny. The only one time, what was it? Dear lady and a dear son, yeah. Only the one time. I'm going back years ago now. And that was 40 quid. But if you look on the internet, oh no, to go out and cleanse the herm, if you look at some, you're looking at 450 quid. No joke. Nearly a monkey, 500. No joke. And then they take the pay, and it's not worked, so then there we are, and then they go back. Do you see what I mean, Magish babies? Whereas with me, 1 out of the 3, I never charge, no. So I did that, but I did a healing as well, yeah. But I removed the problem, yeah, I removed it on all times, yeah. Do you see? Because you have to have, there we are, a certain way of doing things. But if you're solely doing it for ka-ching, it ain't going to work. You know, you have to go, there we are, you have to go in with a true heart when you're doing it. And this is where they're going wrong, because they're seeing others' vulnerabilities, and that's what they're doing. Do you see? And that's why I made sure with your man there now then, this evening, there we are, that we get it right. Do you see? Because I said to him, I said, because I can pass your number on to Minna. Do you see what I mean? So let's make sure your man there now then, there we are, gets it right. Because I asked my dear client, I said, you know, please can you call your man there in the morning? And I give him the price, I told him the price, you know, typed it all down, and I said, and you know, I said, you sort it out. I said, please can you know, please can you, sorry, I shouldn't stumble with that, but I said, please can you let me know how you got on, and thank you, please can you just message me, yeah. Do you say? Because if your man there's good, yeah, cool. But like I said, what he's wanting to do is send ones who are under spiritual attack, having spiritual attacks, to me. Do you see? I can deal with it, I can. Yeah. I can. Like I said, sometimes, you know, it's an hour and a half, sometimes it's an hour. It just depends how bad it is. But if you see somebody who's actually on your healing couch and you see their legs going everywhere and their arms going everywhere, you've got to find a way to control it. It is very real. So when one say that, you know, because you do hear others out there who do not believe in this, you say, but the fact of the matter is, there we are, it's very real. And I've seen it and I've dealt with it, so, you know, and I know others, God love them, excellent flipping, who can remove things, you know what I mean? They've dealt with it as well, and healers, do you say? So at the end of the day, the fact of the matter is, you know, years ago now, I don't see them now, I haven't seen them for years, but God love them, brilliant at what they do, do you see what I mean? And the thing is that the key here is that ones can be around somebody with a negative energy, so they could be around somebody with a negative energy. Well, that negative energy can then slap themselves onto that, whoever it is, okay? You could have another situation where maybe somebody's not in the right frame of mind. So, and whenever you get that, they're like parasites. They jump on you. Do you see what I mean? And then they make you do all sorts of strange things. Do you see what I mean? Magic babies, okay? So you have to know how to deal with this. But yeah, God bless. But I have had, there we are. I can honestly say, hand on heart, I've had, there we are, success. Big times, okay? And please, dear God, may it continue, okay? So at the end of the day, please God that you man there, that he can help my dear client. God bless. Please, dear God, yes, dear Spirit, yeah, I've got birth with dear spirits and candles now, yeah. Please, dear God. He's got to try and save his leg, you know. But it's like he give up. It's so sad. It's like he knows how, but he's just give up because the doctor's not helping. Nobody's helping him, and he's supposed to help you. Anyway, I'm going to go, Martish babies, because, you know, lights out. Things I'm hearing is unreal. Anyway, but we expect this, and it's not going to get any better soon. So anyway, Martish babies, but if we all pull together, club together, we can get it done. Okay? We want to be together. There used to be an advert many decades ago. There used to be a family. We want to be together. Okay, Martish babies, but God bless them. Okay, but yeah, there's loads coming through. But anyway, please God can sort this out. There's loads going on. Do you see what I mean, Martish babies? What can we do? Get there in the end, won't we? Do you know what I mean? That song, always look on the bright side of life. Do-do, 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 do-do. Good night, Melissa babies. Thank you for listening. My voice is going now, okay? You just take care, look after yourself. It's not very often my voice goes, you know. Mind you, yesterday I was a bit, you know, throaty. So, yeah, probably go a little bit hoarse. When it goes hoarse, it goes deep. Do you know what I mean, okay? Anyway, mind you, I've been told in my decades, they say, you sound really nice with a hoarse voice, Carla. Not in the wrong way, Magic babies, but, you know, I've had, you sound really nice when you've got a horse. I said, oh, for goodness sake, I said, just want to get my normal voice back, my normal throat back, do you know what I mean? Anyway, lots of love, Magic babies. Good night, God bless, take care, thank you for listening. I know it's been long once again, okay? But if anybody can go and get cupping or go and get a proper detox, please do that, my delicious babies, okay? And in Birmingham, Brummyland, like I said, it's going for 45 with a cupping and 60 with the proper detox. Okay, my delicious babies, I'm not sure about any other parts of the UK or other parts of the world, okay? But it's just to give you all some, you know, something to spare a thought about, okay? But I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, and like I said, neither would I ever want to be. Lots of love. Good night. God bless. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.